What up? What up? What up? What poppin'? What poppin'? What poppin'? So boom. Off the rip, I want to start out by saying I'm gonna try to keep my intros, you know what I'm saying, as short as I possibly can. You feel what I'm saying? Obviously it's my first video, so I'm gonna have to talk a little bit more. Not for real, but I gotta, you know what I'm saying, let y'all know a couple things before I get started. We gonna be doing reactions starting off, but later on I want to start vlogging. Once I get my PC situated, I want to start streaming also. I'm going to start streaming, but that's going to be like a little later on. I want to build this up first before I move over there. What else I wanted to say? Oh, we also going to start gaming too once I get my PC. I'm going to start doing gaming. I want to do like little marathons and, you know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A little cool stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Upload a little gaming content, especially when GTA 6 come out. We going to be on that for sure. We for sure going to be on that. But anyway, to this video today, we're gonna be watching Dr. Insanity. You know what I'm saying? This video is called Parents Discover Their Son is a Wanted Killer. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it, you feel me? I don't want no caption. I gotta adjust the volume and all that later on.
This is 21-year-old Brandon Reisner standing alongside his two parents. For the last 6 hours, Brandon has been on the run from police after brutally killing his best friend.
No.
He jumped the fence. Head back towards Caldwell.
Yeah, never just backdoored his homie.
And as Brandon's parents learn their son is an alleged killer, all they can do is pray as they patiently wait for their son's fate.
Rachel, Jeremy, if y'all can have a seat out here. Would you like to talk in private?
He's sick. Why is Pops looking like that? Like he finna sock bro or something.
On a cold November morning in 2022, a ditched Toyota Prius would be discovered by officers in Rome, Georgia.
There's nothing. That's what I was looking for. There's nothing.
Why this car was ditched in the middle of a creek is something police were yet to figure out.
Y'all don't think he's in there?
No, I got our car down there.
Oh, okay. Son's name's Aaron Davis. Supposed to be coming to Rome to see some friends and going to Alabama to see his girlfriend.
I don't think he made it there.
Nah. I wonder where he's at. Why his car's down there.
Crazy thing is, there's nothing. I mean, there was no acceleration. It's almost like it just
Rode off in there or something.
Yeah.
Or somebody
Go
pushed
all the
it
way
in
up
there.
in park or something. Yeah, I mean, there's lights on like it's, but it ain't running.
I rode over here to see what was going on. He was down there changing out the trash.
A tow truck would eventually come and lift the vehicle out from the creek. And upon searching the license plate number, they would discover it belonged to 21-year-old Aaron Davis. Luckily, the town of Rome, Georgia is relatively small.
That's so crazy,
and officers were already familiar with the name. So, Lieutenant Sailors would give Aaron's father a call a few minutes later.
Okay. Yeah, can you see if you maybe can get a hold of him and check in with him, see where his car's supposed to be?
So you just found the car abandoned there?
Yeah, it's actually off in a little ditch. We're in the process of getting it out. I don't think there's anybody in it right now.
Aaron's car being ditched is just as much of a mystery to his father as it is for the police.
I don't know if y'all can like hear me good over the video. I'm gonna try to like adjust like the volumes and stuff as I go. You feel what I'm saying? I try my best to like get it like, you know, in a decent spot. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, and another thing, if I'm not looking in this camera, it's just because I'm not used to like talking on camera, so I'll be forgetting that I need to look in the camera. But yeah.
However, he did have some useful details he was able to give the lieutenant following this call. The night prior to this footage, Aaron went to visit his longtime friend, Brandon Reisner. The
Watch your
two had been
friends, bro.
friends since middle school, and their friendship continued all the way
That's
through
crazy,
college. Aaron had just recently graduated from Brigham Young University, so his over 60-mile travel to visit Brandon was meant to celebrate the new start to adulthood.
That's crazy. Bro traveled that far to go celebrate with his partner just for his partner to backdoor him. That is insane, bro. That is insane, bro. That's like... It's crazy out here, bro.
But
I
ever
need to watch
since
y'all be
Aaron had
around,
left
no
for
bullshit.
Brandon's house, nobody had heard from him, and his phone would go straight to voicemail. All of these strange mysteries
looked
would
familiar.
lead Aaron's father to
He
file
looked like somebody. Who? I don't know who he looked. He looked
a
just
missing
like
persons
somebody. I can't
report,
think of who it
and an
is.
investigation to find Aaron would officially begin. First, and most obviously, police would give Brandon Reisner a call, as he was supposedly the last person to have been in contact with Aaron.
Hey, I'm Lieutenant Sailor's Rome Police. You doing all right today?
Yes, I am. I'm looking for my friend right now.
Yeah, that's what I was calling about. You hadn't heard from him?
I have not. I've tried calling him, and it's just gone straight to voicemail. And I heard he was at Heritage Park, so that's where I'm at right now. So I'm looking around. Do you guys know where the car was?
Yeah, it was.
He know damn well where
in a
that car
ditch
is.
over there. When's the last time you saw him?
I saw him last night.
About what time?
He
Well,
looked
we
like a
started
lame ass
drinking
nigga. I
around,
ain't even gonna
like,
lie to you.
12
Uh-huh.
noon. He started throwing up pretty bad. He told me to leave him alone. I guess I woke up around like 1 or 2 a.m.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I saw that his car was gone.
All right. Well, if y'all hear from him, let us know, okay?
Yeah, thank you for the help, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
That's crazy. He
Brandon's
just lied
story
straight to
made
that man's
complete
face.
sense, and he even claimed to be actively looking for Aaron at the time of the phone call, as any good friend would do. It seemed like Brandon was clearly the person they needed to speak to further in order to get to the bottom of Aaron's disappearance. So a few hours later, they showed up, unannounced, at Brandon's house to get more answers about what happened the night before, this time face to face.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Officer Grover with the Rome Police Department. We're following up on all this. Can you walk me through what's going on? Just make sure we're all on the same page.
We started drinking around 12 yesterday.
Yeah, it's you and Aaron, right?
Yeah, me and Aaron.
Okay. Anyone else with you guys?
And went to bars, and I had bought some red wine.
Yeah.
And came back here, started drinking red wine. He doesn't drink too often, so
Yeah.
he had gone upstairs and was just puking
I
everything.
bet you he's saying it's red wine. So if they find any like red like splatters or anything, he gonna be able to be like, oh yeah, that's just the wine. That was just that wine we had. I'm not stupid, bro. He bullshitting, bro. He's standing right there lying in them people's face. Knowing damn well he just killed his partner. You so crazy for that, bro.
And I went downstairs and he told me that he doesn't need any help. I went downstairs, dropped a bottle, cut my pinky, and I went to the urgent care this morning, took a shower, went to bed,
Okay.
and then woke up 1 to 2 a.m. and his car was gone.
Despite Brandon's strange demeanor, Aaron's actions last night connect with the ditched car and lack of response for the last 12 hours. If Aaron was a light drinker
So he
and
gonna
got
play it
heavily
like he was-
intoxicated,
I
who
already
knows
knew it.
what he could have done while completely by himself.
So, how long have you and Aaron been friends?
We met when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
No fuck, bro. Bro, just imagine you meet your partner, right? Your homegirl, whatever. And fifth, bro, you know how long? 5th grade, mind you, this nigga just graduated college. 5th grade to graduating college, that's a long ass time. I think that got to be over 10 years. That's a long ass time. And you mean to tell me you slimed, bro, like that? You slimed your partner, bro? What? That is insane, bro.
And we
That
became
is
more
insane,
like
bro.
close
That is
friends, I'd say,
insane,
like
bro.
around freshman.
We're still trying to find him. I don't know. You know, he may just be staying at a hotel, sleeping off whatever happened last night.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean he's in danger or anything like that. You have any problem with us checking inside the house? No problem at all? No ferocious iguanas or anything? You never know, man. People have all kinds of pets.
The officer would search the house and find some interesting discoveries. Several doors would be
His house
locked,
nice as fuck, though, I
specifically
ain't
the
even
door
gonna lie.
leading to Aaron's room, where he supposedly threw up several times. This was strange, so Brandon would be called inside to help get them up to Aaron's room.
Do you mind coming in here with me so you can just show me where I'm going and all that?
Yeah.
Just makes it a little bit easier. The bathroom is up there that he was up checking in. I got you.
We'll follow.
Oh, Lord. Is that what's in the laundry right now, I guess? Okay.
Officers would notice a strong chemical smell coming from the room and find excessive amounts of cleaning supplies. But all of that would mean nothing compared to what they found next.
Watch, you gonna say
There's
red
a
wine.
significant amount of blood next to the bed, too. Decent. More than just vomit all the way over here. Looks like it's been there a while, but he could have been throwing up blood, I guess. See all that?
He wasn't
Weird to be
throwing
throwing
no
up
damn
blood
blood.
like that. Not to mention, if he had alcohol poisoning, he wouldn't have been able to get up and move around this morning. Especially at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Hell no.
Poured powder right there, too.
That's it right now.
The cops are starting to find the whole scenario awfully suspicious. The odd story from Brandon, the puddles of blood in Aaron's room, the hundreds of dollars worth of cleaning supplies. It seems as though Brandon sensed the officer's suspicion arising as well, as when Aaron's room was being searched, he decided to do this.
Did bro just run? No, no way he just ran. There's no fucking way he just ran. No fucking way he just ran. There's no way he just... There's no way. This nigga just ran. Oh, he gone too. You know he up to no good. This nigga running. You know he up to no good.
He jumped the fence. Headed back towards Collingwood.
That police unathletic as hell. Oh, me, I would've hawked his ass down.
Somewhere between LaPorte and East Night, gotta be in these houses. Go up to the house, get in the backyard. Possible 1043 suspect.
Now they know for sure he did something.
Give me more units.
Unfortunately, officers lost sight of Brandon. He officially managed to escape the police, at least for now. Desperate for any leads that might aid in finding Brandon, police began going door to door around the neighborhood, questioning witnesses who might have caught a glimpse of where he had fled. During this effort, one officer encountered a neighbor who happened to be on a call with Brandon's father, Jeremy. Quickly, the officer took the phone to speak with him directly.
Hey, sir, I'm Lieutenant Sailor from police.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Reisner, the homeowner.
Yes,
and
sir.
my,
Oh, that's his pop.
Brandon's father.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to talk to Brandon. Do you know where he is?
No, I thought he was still at home. Now, earlier we had told him maybe drive around the areas where they normally hang out and try to look for him, for Aaron. Okay, well, we'll keep trying to get hold of him. We're still about an hour away, working our way there.
Even Jeremy was clueless regarding Brandon's whereabouts, and seemingly so was everyone else, as an entire hour would go by with Brandon nowhere to be found.
I am.
Okay.
This is mom.
Okay. So I realize you might not be able to answer this question.
Probably don't know the answer, but I'll try.
Is there suspicion that Brandon was involved in what, hurting Aaron or something?
There's suspicion of something happening.
Nah, it's more than hurting him.
Beyond getting drunk and throwing up?
Well, we don't know.
They're lifelong friends.
Lifelong friends.
After the boy's mom called.
That's so crazy. Bro, he just said they lifelong friends. Lifelong friends, bro. That's insane, bro.
We called back. Said,
That's
when did
so
you last see
insane, bro.
Aaron? He says, I guess he left during the night. That's all we did. He went to look for him where the car was reported.
Yes.
Powers that be have our number.
Yes, sir.
And he was probably driving around with his parents the whole time looking for bro, knowing they not gonna find him. He knowing damn well they not gonna find him, and he just playing along with it, like it just like that's insane, bro.
While trying his best to assist the police with the
His
investigation,
probably got
Jeremy
that
would
long
return
ass
to his
trench coat on.
house, where he discovered Brandon's phone. Up until that point, Jeremy had been doing everything he could to help the police track down his son. However, after finding the phone, his cooperation came to a sudden stop. He refused to hand the phone over, leaving police to wonder, had he seen something on it? Or was he hiding something far more
He know too. Watch he involved. He know too.
unsettling?
He know too.
But before we get to that, Jeremy is not alone in facing a tragedy. Unfortunately,
Sorry, my boy. They don't pay me. Rock with your videos, though.
Jeremy, who would go on to discover Brandon's phone while searching around the house. This was a huge discovery for the investigation, as it could help trace where Brandon could have gone off to. But unfortunately, Jeremy was unwilling to give up the phone to cops until he could better understand the situation. After all, Brandon is his son, and he is innocent until
fucking
proven
hate that
guilty.
picture, bro.
So giving
Oh
up
my
the
God.
phone could be
I
a
hate
tragic
this
mistake.
picture, bro.
Again, hours go by with no further leads or clues as to where Brandon went. What Jeremy managed to find on Brandon's phone during this period will forever remain a mystery. However, when police spoke to him again, his demeanor would shift dramatically.
What's the status?
All right, so first of all, I understand you found his cell phone. That's right. You want to turn that over to us?
Maybe.
Okay.
I do. My gut says yes, but at the same time,
Yeah, I mean, we
I don't know.
we'll probably need to go through it and see
Right.
at least maybe where he's been today. There is a significant amount of blood in that upstairs bedroom and on the carpet. But I wanted to be straight up with you. No, not going home to find that. Okay.
No, I appreciate that. Do you have a warrant that would include the phone?
No, we'd have to get one at some point, so we couldn't go into it without that. So
Some text back and forth.
maybe something helps, and
I know.
helps him,
I know.
But I can't promise you that. 'Cause I don't.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't know what all's in there. So
I want to. I was as a
I know, as a father, I understand. But
I ain't gonna lie. I would say W Pops, but at the same time, like, I guess. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's his son, you know what I'm saying? But, like, still, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his son, though. So, I mean, I guess. But, like, still, bro. Still, bro.
all right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep walking.
Something had changed. Whatever was on that
Yeah,
phone
he seen something he
had
wasn't
to be
supposed to be seeing
disturbing.
on me.
And the officer seemed to have caught on to this as well.
Because he doesn't know what's going on. But he seemed a little shocked that we're at his house. You know, he seemed respectful in the sense that he was okay with us being at his house and doing what we needed to do. I couldn't really get a feel for him. He may just be covering for his kid. He's gotta be. Him having the phone and not being shattered tells me that his son handed it to him. So he found the phone, tells us that he found the phone, but doesn't want to give it to us without searching it.
Text messages not there.
Probably. He was telling right
He probably would try to delete them, too.
Him asking
That don't work. I ain't gonna
if
lie.
anyone had seen Aaron already. I wonder if those texts were sent since we've been here, though.
These officers were spot on with their theory. On the phone, Brandon would leave an array of horrifying notes.
His scream became a gargle as he swallowed his tongue. My kids' time away from you. Nigga, is this a poem? I like a place where my mom what? My mom milk feels so good, man. My brain's a waterfall running out of my nose like true. My eyes are shit. My eyes are. Is this a poem or a song? What the fuck is this?
Such as, his scream became a gargle as he swallowed his tongue. I like dark places where my mind melts. It feels so good and I feel so cool. My brain's a waterfall running out of my nose like drool. I can turn myself on in the blink of an eye. They notified me as the smartest man alive. Additionally, he would leave a to-do list following the murder of
My boy,
Aaron.
you not the
1.
smartest man alive.
Schedule last
Not
3
gonna lie.
songs. This was in reference to his YouTube channel where he would post his music. 2. Vacuum. 3. Laundry. 4. Shower in my shower. 5. Take bath. Tomorrow. 1. text Rachel that Aaron threw up horribly. I think there was some blood in it. 2. I woke up and he was gone. Whether or not these exact messages were what alarmed Jeremy
Bro, not
is
the smartest
unknown.
man alive. He
But
just wrote his whole plan
something
down.
on that phone made it clear to him that Brandon had killed Aaron. And just an hour later, Jeremy would call police, detailing that he was with Brandon and that he was willing to surrender and turn himself in. So 25 minutes later, Brandon and his parents would arrive at the station.
You're with Brandon.
Rachel.
Rachel? Jeremy. Thank you.
I would not get in there by myself. Why is he side-eyeing like that? I ain't gonna lie. If I'm in that elevator with bro, I'm hand on my hip like this. I dare a nigga to make a move. I'm talking about hand on my hip like this. I dare a nigga to make a move. Why he side-eyeing me like that? Why he doing me like that? Why he side-eyeing me like that? He tripping. On me, he tripping. Why he looking like that? Look, he looking around for cameras. Oh yeah, nah. Oh yeah, nah. Hell no. Oh nah, he gotta walk out before me and everything. He gotta walk out first. Yeah, nah, bro can't be trusted. He looking for cameras. He side-eyeing. Oh no. You know he up to no good. And this dumbass officer just put his back to him.
Rachel, Jeremy, if y'all can have a seat out here, I'm gonna take him back there and we'll talk, man. Would you like to talk in private?
Damn.
Somebody out there in the pocket.
Okay. I'll be right back out with you, okay?
That nigga know he cooked. I ain't gonna lie, he know he fried. It's over with.
Anything in your pockets that I need to know about?
Wallet and keys.
Those real quick. Anything else?
No.
Sorry about that. Go ahead and have a seat.
Now that Brandon was secured, the detective would sit him down to try and get a basic confession or any information that might ease the path to conviction.
Alright, like I was saying, I'm Detective York. I work here at the wrong PD, of course. Detective York, yep, that's me. So before we get started, got some paperwork you gotta fill out.
The detective would start the interview by getting Brandon's basic information and contact addresses.
So I'm gonna read you some stuff before we get started, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you are asked questions and have him with you during questioning.
I would like to.
You would like a lawyer, okay? All right.
I know detectives hate hearing that shit.
Brandon was smart. He knows nothing he says in the interrogation room will go on to help him in court, so he decides to keep his mouth shut. While this is unfortunate for the detective, Brandon's parents are more than willing to have a discussion with him. So instead, he turns his attention over to them to try and get the information that he's looking for.
Why he looking like that? Oh yeah, he peeped the camera too. He peeped that camera.
There's a lot going on right now. Anything that we can do to y'all right now.
Bro, either the pops is either scared that he know his son is cooked, or he got something to do with it. Cause he looking around little too. He trying to scope the scenery out. He kind of getting a little suspicious right now. Telling us you need to find a body. Fuck out of here.
I can try to show you.
You can try to show us
The general area, yeah. Okay. There's an old cemetery. Up the hill, you turn left. Trendle, something like Trendle.
Okay.
We can show you all that.
This statement from Jeremy was crucial information to track down Aaron's body. But as valuable as this information is, the detective recognized the importance of capitalizing on the opportunity to gather as much from Jeremy as possible while he remained cooperative. With this in mind, he shifted his focus to delving deeper into Brandon's personal life before turning to search for the body.
Brandon had brought him home from college because he was having anxiety attacks, he was having suicidal thoughts, he was having visions. Brought him home to make him safe. I get his medications right. got a call from.
So now they
Brandon
gonna
this
try to
morning.
now they gonna try to say now they gonna try to say because he crazy and all that and try to make an excuse that he don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, so he don't get as crazy of a time. You not slick, nigga.
Just asking about one thing out.
That is not no excuse.
So they had a drink. He didn't want Dad finding out that he was vomiting upstairs in the carpet. That's all we heard. Then an hour or two goes by. Boy's mom calls us. Or I called Brandon back on the meeting after getting murder. So, do you know where Aaron is? He says, no. Got there around 5. And we were told Aaron had run away. Ran from the house, ran from the police. His body is luckily there. He's mentally unstable. He has Tourette's since he was a kid, diagnosed as a kid. And with that comes OCD, and people say they have OCD all the time. They don't understand. And so they live with that.
This raises the possibility that his actions may have been influenced by mental instability. However, it's important to consider the context. Jeremy's statements could be an attempt to have Brandon plead insanity in court. Therefore, it's...
Did I not just say that? Like, that's so insane. Like, imagine you had a brother or a sister or something, or anything, and somebody hurt them, and they excuses, they crazy, and that's it. Man, if you don't get your bitch ass on,
essential to approach these claims with a grain of salt, as they may not fully reflect the reality of the situation. Regardless, police now had an approximate location of where Aaron's body should be, so all hands went on deck to search the cemetery Jeremy had described. Aaron was found buried in the cemetery, behind a secluded area in the back of the property. Even worse was that his body was wrapped inside the very sheets he slept on in Brandon's house. The speculation had come to an end. Brandon Reisner was a cold-blooded murderer. Right after this discovery, Brandon was placed under arrest for the murder of Aaron Davis and transported to the local prison. But the cops found his behavior very unconventional.
Stand right there. Come
Go up to the counter, let them follow their instructions. This is his property. You got ID in here if you want. For me? No, we're talking to you. You got your ID in there. Oh, yeah.
Officers stated that Brandon remained eerily calm while being transported,
Yeah, I was gonna say, why
and
he so,
seemed
like,
completely unfazed by the
why
entire
he so, like,
situation.
willing?
And while Brandon had been successfully
He must
captured,
feel like he know he
and the
just finna
case
go,
had seemingly came
they're
to a
not finna
successful
charge him 'cause
conclusion,
he crazy.
officers had one tragic duty to complete before the end of the day: break the news to Aaron's parents that their son had been murdered.
Any questions here? I don't know a whole lot because I'm not been here doing all the research. Be specifics.
Why would he do that? Why did he do that? We need my son.
As a parent, bro, your son just graduated college, and you gotta find out that somebody that his long life friend murdered him. Like, come on, bro.
Family needs help.
Aaron was a recent college graduate and a good kid with a bright future ahead of him.
R.I.P.,
His
bro,
sudden
man.
death is nothing short of an evil, horrifying act on Brandon's behalf, and justice had to be
R.I.P.,
served
bro.
for Aaron's and his family's sake. That justice would come inside the courtroom. On July 18th, 2024, Brandon was left
That's
with
him?
little to no defense for his crimes, and his plea to
He looked
claim mental
completely
insanity
different.
was quickly ruled out.
And I have come to the conclusion that justice requires that Mr. Reisner be sentenced on count 1 to imprisonment for life without parole. And that's what I'm going to do.
He was
Pack that
sentenced
nigga
to
up.
life in prison
Pack
without
that
the
nigga up.
possibility of
Mhm.
parole after pleading guilty to the murder and
That's
mutilation
what I like to see.
of Aaron Davis.
That's what I like to see. Pack that nigga up. Man, R.I.P. my nigga Aaron, man. That's crazy, bro. R.I.P. Aaron, bro. That's wild, bro. That's so crazy, bro. Y'all gotta watch. That's why y'all gotta watch y'all be around, bro. No bullshit. Like when y'all parents used to tell y'all watch you hang around, that shit real, bro. That shit real, like, cause you never know, bro. People be bad influences. People you ain't never know what intentions people got, bro. Watch the people around you, bro. Be very aware of the people around you, bro. You never know, bro. You never know, bro. R.P. Aaron, man. I see y'all in the next video, though, bro.